Okay, guys, I want to talk about probably the worst stocks ever in the stock market, and that is going to be Mullen Automotive, MULN. I'm actually surprised. I mean, look at this stock here. Probably had the most reverse splits ever. We just had one in 9/17, 2024. Um, and you can see right here, we get another one, we get another one, we get another one. It's just constant, constant, and constant. I remember this one. Lots of people lost money on it. But for MULN, um, the stock is currently at back under a dollar. Are we going to have another reverse split? Most likely, in my opinion. But with this strategy, what I do, and I have made lots of money on it. I got burnt one time on it, so I'm not anywhere saying Mullen is a buy, in my opinion. Way back when I made money on it, and if you truly do follow this system, you actually will make money on Mullen. You properly accumulate. The last time I played Mullen was when we had this big down move right in here. As you can see, when price comes away from this EMA 5, price will come back up to it, right? It's just a simple reversion to the mean. These are just dead cat bounces where algos makes the chart, look a little prettier, and then they come down to that next leg. But Mon has always been in a downtrend. It's always short it, short it, short it, short it, because it's not in an uptrend. When you see the EMAs above, like when you see the EMA 20, the 10, and the 5, these bands here, those are above the price. That's going to act as resistance. So when price comes back up to it, the algo is shorted at those areas. So right in here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 daily candles not touching the CMA 5. And usually when you see price coming down to this ATR4, and this was a very stubborn one, we see price come down here. And yeah, it went a little farther than I thought. I accumulated all 4 of these candles, and this candle right in here overgulped all of these candles here. This was a candle that went above all of these dips here. So you would start at the end of the day buying here, next end of the day, which was right here. I always buy at the end of the day. So your end of the day buy was here, here, and then right here, and then right here. So yeah, you had to buy a couple. It's impossible to get the exact bottom. Sometimes they're extremely stubborn like Mullen, and you can see from these lows to this was a 27% gain. So not too shabby, right? I made about 10%. And then we do the same, you can see we get close to here. We had this nice little pump. I didn't take it because there wasn't time distance. I always look for price to be away from the EMA 5, a couple days, and I look for this band here. And then you can see the same exact pattern, right? You see how price starts to coming away from this EMA 5. I bought it right on this candle because it was about 5 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, right here, and then I accumulated all this. So you bought here, and then it kind of just consolidated in this area, and you can see right here from the lows to high, we engulfed all these candles that touched this lower band, and you made massive gain as it pumped 150%. Um, now, yeah, that's insane. Now, when I did try to do a double bottom, this is what kills me when I go against my system. Let's say I'm like, okay, there's a double bottom area, and a lot of traders see this. I say, okay, there's nice double bottom support here. I took it here, and as you can see, it just kind of consolidated and went down. That's why I say with Ticker Mullen, try to just do this right. If it gives you like the extreme patterns of, hey, we're hitting this lower green band. Hey, we got time distance away from EMA 5. We got time distance away from the EMA 10. We are going to go back to those areas. I don't care how crappy the stock is. Mullen is the crappiest stock in the whole world. Okay, this is probably the crappiest stock, and it still reverts to the mean. As you can see, when we haven't touched this EMA 20 in so long, what happens? All the algos do is they pump it up. They pump it up 100% just to go to this EMA 20. They did what they needed to do, consolidate, and then come back to a downtrend. That's all the algos had to do. We had to fix the chart. We haven't touched the EMA 20 in over 2 months, and then that's really what they're doing. But there is no buy signal as we're not touching this green band. There's no buy signal ever. There's no sense. And the one time I lose is if I trade support resistance double bottoms. I've won over 5 times on Mullen, and I can show you way back in the past. I'm saying just don't touch the stock unless maybe you get an insane buy signal with this strategy. As you can see right here, Mullen had EMA 5 time distance. We come to this green band here, and guess what? It tends to pump, right? We pump from this green band here, and we go all the way to the top, making a 233% gain. That's your pump right there, right? price will go back to and revert to the EMAs. But when price tries to make an uptrend where the EMA 20 is bottom support and we touch this ATR4, you can play it back on the EMA 20, act as support, and play it one time for that bounce and make another 80%. But you don't keep playing these uptrends because penny stocks don't maintain uptrends. They reverse split, they do dilution, and then they go back down, okay? I'll show you one more example of why this green band works a lot. You can see right here we get close, we pump. Didn't take that one because it wasn't a clear touch. Right here, it was a perfect touch right here. We have massive time distance not touching this EMA 5. No candles were touching it. We take it right in here at the end of the day. And that's why you always take it at the end of the day, because when the price goes down, it usually goes all the way down. So at the end of the day, you see right here is your buy signal. Then also you have this confirmation of hitting this green band where you look to pump, you get a nice 30% in literally a day. My goal is always 10%. So if I make it 30, if I have a nice room up and I say, okay, what's that room up to the EMA5? Well, it's a 35%. That's enough for me to accumulate till we go up because I know price is going to revert to the EMA5. So price reverts to this EMA5. Guess what? Algos kick in. That's a sell point. We revert it to the mean. That's your dead cat bounce, and we make a new low. All right. End of the day, you buy it at right in here, and you get your next bounce of 35%. And you see how you rinse repeat it, and then it kind of just stalls out, right? We hit the 5, we go down, and then we finally had this big move up to touch the EMA 20. Okay. And this is a big move. I mean, this is a 220% gain in literally just a day or two. So Mullen has history of pumping 100%. It has history. But if you don't buy this right, you can get literally screwed, as this is probably the most hated stock on the market with tons of reverse splits. You never want to invest in this company. It's any stock that does RS multiple times, never invest in it. It is never a long-term investment. They're more likely going to keep doing it just to stay in the market, right? We're below $1 again. Not surprising at all, even after that RS we just did. But as you can see, what I like to notice for the current chart is, when's the last time I hit the 20? It was 11/29. The current date is 12/28. Anything longer than 2 months is long for hitting the EMA 20. I don't think we're due for this EMA 20. What is the price range to that? It's only 64%. And that's going to keep going down as price goes down as time goes. You can see how this EMA 20 is going down each day as price goes down. Also for this EMA 5, do we have any big distance to this EMA 5? As you can see, we get away from the EMA 5, we pump up, we get away from it, a couple candles, we pump up. There's not really any meat to the potatoes where we're like, okay, if I want to just trade to the EMA 5, I'm only looking at 10%, and that's if it goes right away to the EMA 5. If it goes away from it, it takes a couple candles, then it decreases that amount. I only am going to buy if it touches that ATR4. That's the only time I'm going to put risk into this trade. The more time it doesn't touch this EMA 10, the better, because as you can see, the last time we touched the 10 was 12/02. So coming January 2nd is 1 month not touching the 10. We know price that don't touch the EMA 10 in 1 month is long. So what I'm looking at is, hey, my target is the 5 and the 10, but we do have a 30% gain to that EMA 10. You know, not too shabby. And if I accumulate properly, I can be in the game. You want to make sure your price is below that EMA 10 if that's what you're targeting. Me personally, I want to make sure it's below the 5 and the 10. So if you are in the Discord, please watch the swing trading education videos. If you are in the Discord, if you want to join, the links below, how to properly accumulate reversals. Because if you're playing against the trend, it's extremely risky. We know the trend is down. Every reversion to the mean is going to get shorted. So if you don't get out on these pops, you're kind of screwed. It's going to come back to this 10, and guess what? It's going to make a new low. So what can happen is we come back, we zigzag around, we come back to the 10. Let's say the 10 comes right here, and then guess what? We make a new low. And that's really what's going to happen with penny stocks that are downtrending. A lot of people try to overhype these things. I mean, they're not, don't overhype them. It's literally what these are. They're trash stocks. They do RS. You want to get in and out. If you want to make a fast 100%, this stock can do it. I've made plenty of gains on this stock, but I'm also not, I'll also make a video and people will be like, oh my gosh, it's down way farther than when last time you made a video. I'm already out of the stock when it reverts to the mean. These targets, EMA 5, 10, and 20 are the targets. I don't really aim for the 20. 5 and 10 is my targets. So we're due for EMA 10. I'm going to wait for this lower band to get hit. If you look at my KDJ, it's at 7.21 down here. so it's not extremely low. I'll look for like under 5. All right, guys, if you guys want to join the premium Discord, get your system to look like this, get your charts to look like this, understand, I update knowledge on this every time. I add new things to this, so if you are liking this system, it's literally there's no bias in this. You're looking like, okay, are we getting close to this green band? Count the candles. Do we have time distance? And that's really all that is when you're trading against the trend and you get in and out, rinse and repeat those 10% gainers, okay? Make sure you accumulate properly once every day. Once you start getting your buy signal, which is this green band, and you buy at the end of the day, and it'll save your butt. If you want to join the Discord, click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts system. And when you come in, it'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, all you have to do is hit day trade alerts, and you'll have access to my swing trades and day trades for only $12 a month. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. It's not going to cost you a lot of money, and you're going to have one of the best systems. And if you thought this swing trading system was good, check out the day trading system. Doesn't matter what account size you have. The purpose of my day trading is to double your account at the end of the month using a very safe strategy that wins over 90%. That I can guarantee, and doing options using 0DT that says you're going to get this amount of money depending on your account size every day. All right, guys, that concludes the video. Hope to see you guys in there. If you subscribe, do it on your desktop or your computer, and you'll avoid the iOS fee. And if you only have an Android, you will have to do it on your computer or just use your phone's browser like Google or Safari to subscribe. And just hit day trade alerts, and you'll have access. All right, guys, peace out and happy trading.